Holmwood House. Fortunately, it's a slightly wet day in Scotland. You can see the distinct carvings on the outside. Fascia and the front of the house. The bay window. We were currently working inside the parlour. You can see the Greek architecture, distinctive architecture with Alexander Thompson. This is the entrance to Holmwood. There's currently work going on just now, as in we still have work to do in this area, so with the dust sheets it's not going to exactly look the same when people come to visit. This little room even has colour in it, going back to the original colours. The woodwork finishes through here are a dark stain, almost looking like paint but more a varnished stain with pigment in it. This panel is the original panel, and all the designs were taken off of that, replicated with cutting stencils and hand finished throughout the entrance hall, as you can see. The ceiling was also done. It was done with a kind of red pinstripe. It was quite plain for the rest of the house, but again, all the original colours, which leads through to the other part of the entrance hall with this mosaic tile design. The staircase design, the design from the hallway comes up and connects onto the staircase. The skirtings and risers have been stained again to match the original type of finish. The centre part of the stair hasn't been touched yet, but some of the colours are still shining through the layers of varnish that's been previous owners have had. As you can see here, there's a lot of green tinge coming through, and these were a red stain. Then the hall design comes up and connects to the upper stair design, which has obviously been very complicated to back in 1857 when they actually did this design. There were a lot of drawings made before approval, but as you can see here, more green, more red coming through. All the designs were recreated by ourselves through the conservation windows, which are here. We use them as a little datum point, starting point, and then the whole design is expanded where it originally went. The cupola was done in 23 3/4 carat gold, as the full house has, gold leaf, and the original colours brought back and recreated. This door facing will be carried out in the next phase of work, and you'll see these wooden flowers will be red, this will be black stain, this will be red, this will be black stain, and the door still has, we're more or less convinced, it still has its original kind of green hue, so that will be sympathetically touched in and take the wear out of the door, which will give the same effect as these doors, which are a lot more simple. When you open these doors, well, the door finishes that you see, you can see some of the wood through it to give you an idea. And this door, when it's close up, looks brown. When you're far away, it looks green. So Thompson played a lot with light. When the door's back here, it looks brown, but when it's closed, it looks more green. This is the dining room at Holmwood House. It's a banqueting area. You see the gold leaf on the anthems running around the ceiling. It's all done with 23 3/4 carat gold. Little arrowed plaster design. It's highlighted depending on how the light hits it. The painted designs in the walls. We're taking off this area here where the conservators uncovered the painted designs under layers and layers of paint and paper. So we use that as a template for the whole of the room to create all the designs. As you can see, if you look at the palm on the right hand side, if you look at the curls, they're slightly inconsistent, so it's a combination of stencils and the design being hand finished to create all these painted designs. Slight inconsistencies in the red curls, you can see they're all, 4 of them are actually slightly different, varying degree of thicknesses, but it adds to the hand finished look. In this room, we've did all the painted designs in the walls. In 2017, and then 2018 we carried out restoring all the ceiling colours, all the gilding, and the sun rays and the ceiling was done in such a way it was to recreate a Mediterranean sky that tied in with the frieze. So it was done in the same kind of technique as you'd use in an oil painting, where it was layers and layers of blue, so it didn't give a consistent blue like a painted blue ceiling. It gave you slight variations as if it was like a sky. It was in the conservation report that was what they thought Thompson had tried to achieve in this room. The woodwork finishes haven't been completely researched. There is speculation to what they're supposed to be. Thompson had these lovely carved doors, and going with my previous restoration of a Thompson house, he used coloured stains and different types of wood to actually create an effect on these doors. They are the darker areas, the little circles that's on the doors are usually picked out with either a red or a kind of dark black stain. The flowers on the doors will probably be a red stain. This is the drawing room at Holmwood House. All the ceiling was restored by ourselves. It's probably one of the most complicated ceiling designs I've ever done. The gilding was 23 3/4 carat gold. As you can see with the designs, very intricate, very detailed. The first time I've actually seen a design on the edge of the plaster, almost creating a trompe l'oeil effect. And the work was incredibly detailed and challenging, and something we haven't carried out before. The sample areas were very small. As you can see there, it's the original design. And over here, all stencils were cut from the original design and then expanded to a bigger size so that we could work in a more manageable area round about the room. These gilded panels, we're always trying to make sure they're up to the same standard as the original decorators and artists. You can see what condition they're in. We basically leave these as the original to show the public the original design almost untouched. And the panels we've done, which we're getting closer to the same standard as the original decorators carried out. Originally it was supposed to be like 3 stencils overlaying this ribbon effect, but it ended up we had to basically hand do these gilded panels, going round about and actually hand brushing in with a pencil brush all the way round about the panels. So they've been redone a couple of times as we experimented with different techniques until we've now got a consistent technique that's going to give us that effect, but there's still some detailing to go. The woodwork in here hasn't been done and is probably going to be subject to future research and conservation reports to finish the room off. But the room has interesting inlaid wood, which is almost like a backgammon set. This is a master bedroom. We've done some work in this little hallway, but it's just a simple design. It's just two-tone. We did the woodwork finishes in here. This is the master bedroom, which was decorated a long time ago, and it's just the wrong colour scheme, it's not the original. So this will be the next stage of work, with the woodwork changed to the dark stain as the rest of the house, and there'll be a border going round about the plaster flats of the ceiling, some gilding, some wallpaper on the walls. And this would be the little ensuite. Back then, even though there's not that much in it. So back through to one of the exhibition rooms. one of the exhibition rooms. Let's see, facts about Holmwood House and Alexander Thompson. As you can see, building a house that is remarkable from the amount of study manifested in its details. A design, a creation of the imagination. A lot of his work was regarded as a fusion of architecture, art and design.